So how would Ant-Man play like a Marvel rival? So I wrote up this concept for him. So he's gonna be a strategist, despite the fact that the fan art I plucked from Nova here says duelist. I just chose it because Nova has the coolest looking Ant-Man fan art, in my opinion. So he's gonna be a strategist. He has primary fire. He's gonna fire his little stings to heal allies on hit and damage enemies. And yes, he does have stings like Wasp. He just doesn't use them as much. Then he has a passive to double jump, so he shrink jumps when he jumps in the air. And of course, he's got his team up with Hawkeye. Hawkeye fire him off an arrow because, like, that you need to have that if you have Ant-Man in the game. So first ability is gonna be Ant Hill, where he basically sends a swarm of ants that heal allies, whoever they're swarmed around, and damage enemies because they act like thorns to bite enemies. Next ability is Shrinking Disc, where he can throw a disc at an enemy and it shrinks them. Now it doesn't shrink them to tiny size because obviously you still need to be able to hit them. So it shrinks them to like a Rocket or Jeff size. So they get less health and they do less damage, overall decrease, and things of that nature. Then his next ability is Ant Flight, where he makes one ant giant so he can fly around temporarily. Think of Star-Lord's flight like that. I thought about making him tiny, but then he'd be a little iffy to hit. So he could fly on the ant, just giant. And the last ability is Giant Shift, where he basically makes himself giant, kind of like Mr. Fantastic's ability to become big. So he becomes big, tanky, bulky. He does more damage, he does more healing, but his mobility moves go away. So his double jump is locked off and the ant flight is locked off. And then for his ultimate, he has Giant Disc, where he makes an ally giant, and this giant is bigger than his giant man ability. So it's kind of like, I guess, Anna's ult from Overwatch to Nano to boost him, but it makes them real giant. So way more health, big old boost, way more damage, and like giant because his giant ability I gave him is just kind of big, but this is like an actual giant because obviously you got to show it off. And stay tuned for my Wasp content.